Depending on who you talk to, hiring for cultural fit can be one of the most crucial factors or one of the most egregious mistakes. In the same way, when you're mentoring someone or giving them feedback about their own cultural fit, the responsibility on your shoulder can feel heavy with conflict. Not conflict between you and the other person necessarily, but between different ideas and perspectives on the role of the current culture of your organization. On one extreme, consider a culture where managers invest in learning their team members' strengths, their tendencies, and preferences, and they give them timely, actionable, and relevant feedback. A culture where meetings start and stop on time and punctuality is valued, while failures and missteps are treated with grace and support. A manager who shows up late for their own meetings and then scolds those publicly for showing up even later, they wouldn't be a good cultural fit, and they could be due for some corrective feedback. But on another extreme, consider a culture built from a long-standing white male dominance in a command and control leadership style. Even when senior leaders want to introduce servant leadership or embrace diversity, decisions for hiring, promotion, or correction can derail those goals when cultural fit becomes a criteria in those decisions. Now, obviously, those are extremes, and your workplace culture is probably a mix of things that you want to keep and things that you might prefer to change. So rather than looking at cultural fit, think about looking at values alignment. Now, I don't necessarily mean that a person's individual values have to match the organization's in detail and in priority. I mean, you'll never be able to accurately decipher somebody else's values in a hiring situation. But you can see whether their observable behaviors are aligned with organizational behaviors if those values are clearly defined. Of course, there's always the danger that senior leaders are themselves not living in alignment with those organizational values, and that is its own problem. But when you have to make a judgment call on what you think is cultural fit, consider looking for values alignment instead. And if you'd like a thinking partner to help you distill those desirable parts of your culture into articulated values that can guide your organizational behavior, let's talk. Visit stevedwyer.com/connect for a complimentary conversation.